What's up, guys? Brian Keith, and I'm back with another video. Today we'll be looking at the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Like, comment, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
Yeah, let me check my shit real quick. Hotter than the fire coming out my flame. And if you wanna play with me, you can't play in me. On the playground, bitch, you can't play with me. Got it, want it, securing the bag.
Alright, so basically the episode starts off with Kyle and Dorit, they're in the car, basically talk about Rinna's behavior, basically saying how unacceptable it is for her to be screaming, acting like this, acting belligerent. Even though she's grieving, and I feel like everybody can understand that she's grieving, she's still, I feel like it's misdirected anger, and I feel like it's very much an attack on Sutton for really no good reason. And they basically, it's funny because like Garcelle said before, with Rinna, it's just like, is everything okay? And everybody's talking about Erica's situation, but I mean, Rinna has been going on a diatribe this whole time. And with the whole situation with Garcelle's son, 14-year-old son, allegedly they're saying that either Diana or Rinna sent bots or purchased bots to send those messages to Garcelle's son. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's just what has been said out there in the streets. So yeah, I'm saying allegedly and all this because I don't want a cease and desist. Because I don't know. This is just what I've heard. But in the next scene we see Diana go to Garcelle's house, and I feel like with this scene I really actually was enjoying Diana because I feel like she was actually being genuine with Garcelle. Like, she came to the house.
Bosnia.
She, her team put her clothes on backwards.
I am mortified. This is back to front.
What? Is meant to be that?
But they basically talking about Sutton, how Diana feels that being that Garcelle's alone and not with Sutton, they can actually form a friendship or relationship and build something towards their friendship. And she feels like Sutton is basically the catalyst to everyone's friendship. She feels like Sutton is the problem, and Garcelle was like, well, you know, just give her another chance.
You said, actually, I wish I got to know you outside of Sutton.
Like, if she was sitting here,
yeah,
none of this would happen.
Which we see at the end of the episode that doesn't happen. And at some point, even though I don't like that Sutton apologizes all the time, but Sutton has apologized numerous of times to Diana, and still it keeps getting brought up about her miscarriages, about her bleeding, and it's like, yes, we heard that before. She apologized for that, so why we keep bringing it up? At this point, it is irrelevant. We see Garcelle and Crystal, they talk about the earrings, the $750,000 pair of earrings that actually that case was, I'm assuming it was one, and she was supposed to give the earrings back to the people that basically were suing her for the earrings. Garcelle was at the Real. She was basically talking about it that day, about like the whole earring situation on her show, and I'm inserting the clip right here.
Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Erica Jane might have to surrender $750,000 worth of diamonds, claiming Erica's estranged husband bought them with stolen client money. According to court docs, Tom Girardi bought the very expensive diamond earrings back in 2007 from M&M's Jewelers using money that was in a client trust account. If I was in Erica's shoes, I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
I would give up the diamonds quickly. I believe she's giving them to a third party until it's decided if she does have to give them back.
She should have gave the earrings back regardless, with no pushback, because if you found out that he used that money or used other people's money to buy or purchase these items, I personally feel like that should have just been given back. Even though if you like the earrings or what have not, like, it's still the principle. And I feel like Erica is really losing that sense, and we don't know what's edited. It is what it is. But on the next episode, when she's over here trying to go off on Crystal about, like, you don't like the victims this, the victim that, and I'm just like, it's a bad look all the way around. And like I said before, like, you want to sit up here and act like you're innocent and this, that, and the third. Well, how can we have any compassion for you when you don't have compassion for these victims?
Right.
Garcelle's getting ready for Aspen, and she calls Cherie. And Garcelle is over Erica at this point. She did not like the fact that Erica called her a liar, and she's done with her. And she basically says that if
with her, I don't want to talk to her. I don't want anything to do with her. She could be on fire, and I've got no water to throw on her. We got at least spit on her.
And she's just done. And I completely agree. And I feel like I hope that she keeps this energy all the way through. I feel like they should not have a friendship, and it should be over and done. Especially after it should have been done when she cussed out her son. Period. But they all head to Aspen, and you know, they're like basically saying it's the
upper echelon, it's for the rich, it's for the wealthy, this is where you go.
The house that she purchased back in 2019 was really nice. And the thing about Kyle that really I have a love-hate relationship with Kyle, because I feel like Kyle is funny. I feel like I like her personality. I like the fact that I don't know, I really do like Kyle, but Kyle is
messy, unprovoked.
Like, there's no reason she should have brought that situation up with that Ouija board. It was irritating, very much. Kathy shows up, basically, first of all, the guest house was the house that they got for the other girls, the Garcelle, Cherie, Crystal, and not Kathy, but somebody else. That house was everything, and I love that house. I would have stayed in the Aspen house for sure. And Kathy comes, she comes late, you know, all that, getting the meat and potatoes. So they're playing on the Ouija board, and everybody's just sitting around, and Kyle asked the question,
why did Garcelle unfollow Eric on Instagram? Really?
And I just feel like it was really unprovoked, which I feel like that's where everybody was just like, girl, where did this even come from? So while they are basically going back and forth,
I said she was lying when she said she cared about me. Not because of that, because you said I was trying to bring the narrative that you were drinking.
And Garcelle basically tells her, like, I unfollowed you because you called me a liar. You called me a liar, and that's something that I just do not respect. Like, how can you call me a liar when I'm asking you, like, a basic question? Well, Eric was basically like, well, you went to Dorit, you went to Kyle, and like Garcelle said, I went to you as well.
Yeah, but I also repeated it to you. When? When we had drinks. See? Oh, I wasn't tipsy, I was blacked out. And why? Medicine, and thinking I could drink on it.
And now Erica's just like scatterbrained, like she don't remember what that whole situation. It segues to Garcelle just telling Erica, like,
Erica, we don't have to be friends.
Boom! Oh, that's okay. Great. That's fine. Great. Yeah, we don't have to be friends. Great. Great.
This should be the end of their friendship. There should be no mending. There should be no mending. This should be done. Especially at this reunion, you threw her book away. There's so many jabs that happen. It should just be done, over and done. They're not gonna get along, and that'll be that. I want to see if Erica's gonna come at Garcelle how she came at Sutton, because I don't think she would. So Diana basically segues to Sutton brought up, okay, y'all are getting mad about us unfollowing Erica, but she was like, she called me
about calling me a. Why do we need to?
A cunt. So my whole situation is this. I do feel like it's kind of petty just to unfollow people. If you unfollow them, you unfollow them. I get it where it's just like, I don't want to see your content. I don't want to see your peers. So I'm just going to follow. It's not that big of a deal for normal people. But in this reality world, or celebrity world, unfollowing is a big deal. That's just what it is. So she made a statement. That's just what it was. With Sutton, I just don't like the fact that, like, I actually agree with Kyle. Like, you're trying to basically say, like, well, you know, that's not my intention, or that's not what it was. If you unfollow her, that's what it was. Don't sit here and say that it was a joke on the plane. But then now you're just saying, like, she called you the see you next Tuesday word. So which one is it? You can't. And I was actually here for Kyle. I felt like Sutton was trying to dumb it down and just try to be fake. Diana then jumps in and she
You are one.
and that came out of left field, and she laughed like it was funny. I didn't find it funny. I was just sitting here just like, it was just like a situation where it's like, okay, cool, you just told Garcelle earlier in the episode, like, okay, well, you know, I'm gonna just try to give her another shot and see where it's at. But then you taking jabs and digs after she just said she didn't like that word or being called that, and then you just say that. It was rude and disrespectful. But the thing about Sutton I don't like is I feel like Sutton went into this vulnerable, oh, woe is me, while Diana's over here ripping her ass a new one. You sit here and said nothing.
You can speak up and defend yourself, by the way. And we can all...
And you wanted people to flock to you. And like Kai was saying, like, okay, you know, she's really, let's talk like she's in the room, you know. Sutton, what do you think? And Sutton just like, no, she really get closed off. And I'm happy that Garcelle really didn't like really fight for her, because she didn't need to. Garcelle should have just stayed like how she was, and I like that. But Erica was laughing like it was funny. Nobody else was really laughing. Crystal looked visibly uncomfortable. Even Lisa, shockingly. So Diana gets up because she starts, like, after she went her diatribe.
After people when they are like at their weakest, and that's not the way to do it. Why does she do that?
She gets up, like, I'm just gonna go, and then makes her exit, and Sutton is left there crying. And she was like, don't tell me I'm being dramatic. I'm not being dramatic. I don't think that Sutton was being dramatic. I feel like your feelings are valid. If you felt some type of way, cool. What I think is that she should have defended herself. If you had that smoke when you brought it up to Erica, then why couldn't you bring it up to Diana? Like, maybe she thought like, okay, you know, I don't want to keep going back and forth for her or make this a moment. Cool. But then it's just like, I don't want to say Diana had points, because Diana was like, well, I was bleeding and you came at me at my most vulnerable and my most this and the third. Diana, here's the thing with Diana. Nobody told you to come to Garcelle's party. You already told her that you weren't going to be able to come because you were on your damn near deathbed.
Your words, not ours.
So now you want to sit up here and be like, oh, you came at me in my most vulnerable. If you would have stayed your ass home, you would have been fine. I mean, am I wrong? Like, if she would have stayed home, like she said she was going to stay home because she was trying to throw a dig at Garcelle. She was like, oh, well, you know, I can't come because I'm on bed rest, this, that, woo, But now you're going to be mad at Sutton because Sutton over here came at you when you really started the beef. So I just wanted Sutton to just like say something. But like I said before, Sutton's gonna apologize again. We already know she's gonna apologize because that's what Sutton does. I don't know why, but that's just who Sutton is, and she's gonna apologize and just be like, you know, I'm sorry that I made you feel some type of way. And Diana, she was just through that whole scene. When I say it must be like a nervous tick, because all Diana did was just lick them damn lips 24/7. I'm like, girl, what the freak? But next episode, it's only gonna be Crystal versus Erica. Erica seemed like she is intoxicated. I don't know. It's just an assumption. But I don't agree with Erica with the whole victim situation. She over here, like in the trailer, she's like, you're trying to be on the side of the victims because it's cool. No, like these people were awarded this money because terrible things happened to them. But your husband stole millions of dollars from these people, allegedly. It just doesn't make any sense. But like, comment, and subscribe, y'all. And I'll see you guys next week with the next episode. Thank you and peace.